Leave like this. everyone, welcome to Ultimechs VRML. I'm your host Offbeat, and I've got a quick little one-off game here for you this evening. Should be a lot of fun. We have got MilkyWay versus the Epic Vipers. Should be an exciting match, and look, somehow I have accidentally managed to corral the team play in their first game here tonight, which should be really cool to see. Epic Vipers, you know, they're 1-3 here. You know, a decent start to the season, kind of feeling it out. MilkyWay coming in here, though. Brand new team, first game. Should be really exciting to see. And so yeah, we'll see how that pans out here as we're here to kick off week 3 here. I hope you've all been finding times to schedule your matches. I know I'm going to have to look at that later this week for my own team's matches, but should be a lot of fun. And hello to all of you in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. It is just going to be the one game tonight, but I figure it's a nice little bonus. Nice little bonus for the evening. So let's see if we cannot encourage things along here and get us into the game. Yeah. So hope you're all doing well this evening. Had a good weekend. I know for myself, getting a little bit of nice weather after a bunch of snow on the weekend. So yeah, hoping that'll go away. But that's the breaks when you live up here in some parts of Canada. So while we're waiting for things to get underway here and teams to ready up, we'll take a second to remind you that the championships, the big finals at the end of this season, is going to be live in Denver at VRML Con. So definitely keep an eye out for this and grab tickets if you haven't already. It should be a ton of fun. It's Blast On, Echo Arena, and Ultimechs all going to be there. Should be a good, exciting event. Yeah, should be a lot of fun. I'm going to be there. A lot of people from the VRML community are going to be there. So yeah, absolutely. If you have not looked into it, take a look. It's going to be a big event. And if you haven't been to a LAN before, cannot recommend it enough. The social experience alone makes for it's a life. I don't want to say life-changing, but it's something you'll not soon forget. I'm headed there. Super excited after having been to my first LAN event for Echo back this past October. It was a ton of fun. So many friends and memories, and I cannot. I can't expect that things would be any different coming out here today. So. A little grace here because, it's a new team's getting used to the system. But look, we are ready to go. We might potentially have some issues with the game here as we try to get it figured out. So no worries. I'll hang tight here with you for a bit as we figure this one out. And see if we can't get into it. So let's talk a little bit about what we know about these teams so far. So Epic Vipers, they're currently 1-3 here. You can see they're ranked number 21 in the league. But that is kind of the nice thing about this league. In my team, we're not doing so hot. We're 2-3 ourselves. So yeah, it's a season that can kind of go both ways. Had a forfeit in the first week. We're the benefiters of a forfeit in the second week. So kind of get things figured out. And so far, they've got themselves the win. But it wasn't really They don't have an in-game win to speak of yet. So a couple of teams coming in here unproven and trying to see if they can't get that figured out and get it together. We really don't know what to expect from this game. It is going to be kind of wild. It is going to be, and I think it'll be even a lot of fun. I'm gonna see if I can't help these guys figure out what's going on here. So I'm gonna step aside for just a second, and we'll be right back. And don't go anywhere. We're gonna get this started as soon as possibly can. Let's say 2 minutes roughly. I'll be right back.
Hey, chat. Yes.
Easy going right there. One more to go.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
All right, so I'm back here, gonna hang out with you for a bit, just so we're not just doing the ads here, because we are still waiting for players to get back together. But I figured this would be a good time as any to kind of talk to you about, if you have never been on stream before, kind of what the process is and what it's like and how you should be preparing for when you are gonna get streamed. Because obviously we got a lot of new teams, and we're gonna have we've got a couple new casters coming in here that you're gonna be seeing here, hopefully within the next couple of weeks on this channel. So that should be some exciting stuff here. So I'd like to kind of walk you through the process here about what to do when you are getting cast on a day. So earlier that day, at least, 15-20 minutes before the game, or earlier if you can, you do want to get an invite out to your caster. That's a friend request to the caster, just so you have them added ahead of time. And then when the match comes, about 5 minutes before the game starts, you want to get into a party and you're going to want to invite the casters. And so what you're going to want to do is within the game itself, you're going to see options. Actually, you know what the hey, I'll kind of bring this up here so you can't, maybe not right now. But when you see your party options, you notice there are only 4 slots and you have 4 players in the game. So what you're going to need to do is you get 3 of the party members in, and then instead of just adding a 4th, you're going to invite both the caster and your 4th at the same time, and both of them are going to be able to join the party successfully. You do that, and you all get in there, and you can all ready up, because caster also gets the option to ready up, which means once you've got everyone in the party, your only job is to ready up and play your matches as always. It's really that simple. The casting process is not too difficult, but do make it very important that we're okay for today. We're okay for today because this is just a one-off. We're not doing a whole block of games. But under normal circumstances, we would need to pull a game like this because it would impact the rest of the schedule. If one game starts late, the rest of them are going to keep starting late. So it is very, very important that you are there on time, have things ready for your caster ahead of time, and ensures the stream goes smoothly and ensures we want to cast again. We're going to allow for a little bit of growing pains here, but eventually you can gain AP by upsetting and disrupting casts for this in the future. So just keep that in mind and make sure you read up on, what you're supposed to do and be aware of it before the match starts. As, we're still waiting. We're waiting for players to come back. So I think we'll give it another 5 minutes or so. And if they're not back in 5 in, you won't see the caster when they ready up. Yeah. Honestly though, Cam, you won't see the caster when they ready up. So you don't necessarily... Oh, so you won't see if they're in the party. Yeah, that is a fair point. So potentially get the caster in there first, just so you can see their name on that spectator list before you get started here. A couple different options, but generally speaking, we'll be able to let you know when you're good to go. How's everyone been enjoying this debut season of Ultimechs? I know myself, my team started out hot off the gate. We got 2 wins, one off a forfeit, admittedly, and then we have been absolutely tanking the last couple. But I have high hopes for this week. Hopefully, we've got ourselves an MMR where our skill level is actually applicable. Mr. Phoenix, if a caster is playing, will another caster streak the match? I assume you mean stream. No guarantees. You got to keep in mind that casting is a volunteer position here at the league, and so casters have the ability to kind of go, we want to, I'm free at this time. I can cast these and these games. So casting is entirely at the discretion of the casters, at least in terms of when we are available. That being said, how do we pick the games? And this is something that comes up across the board in all leagues. People wondering, how do I get cast? And the best way to get cast is to use those hype votes on the league website. Those hype votes on the league website, they're the little yellow up arrow beside your game. And if you go and you click on that, that kind of tells us people want this game casted. People will watch if this game is casted. And that's kind of how we look and decide which games we are going to cast. So if we've got 3 different games in a certain time slot, very likely we are going to give some precedence to the higher ranked teams because it does tend to give us more exciting games, but we are also heavily looking at those hype votes. And so make sure you are using those. So that means if a cast happens, it does make it more likely to be you. That being said, you also need to play the game a little, right? We're volunteers. When do we have time? We're usually free in the evenings. And so you kind of want to plan around that. Is if you really want your game cast, play at times that are good for that. If you see yourself kind of matched up against a high, top 5 level game, maybe swap out. Maybe bump it by half an hour to see if you can't offset this. You're on the website, you can't see the arrow. The arrow shows up if you are on, if you look at the matches. You go to matches worldwide, North America. Every single game there will have the yellow arrow beside it with an option. That being said, there's not a lot of games currently scheduled. There's 2 of them there. Once they're scheduled, you get to give them hype votes. I'm pretty sure that's how it works with my Echo experience. As would love to speculate about the mechs these teams will be using, but we unfortunately don't get to see that until they're in the game. And Slot 2, especially since we've never seen any of these teams really been cast before. The inexperience in the casting in the casting space definitely is showing a little bit. So I think we're going to give him another minute or two. And if we don't have anyone, unfortunately, we are going to pull the cast because I do have other things I got to get to tonight. This is kind of the one block I left myself available for casting. So would be a shame, but hopefully at least lessons learned can come out of it. I am absolutely, if you are guys interested in any other behind the scenes stuff while we're here just hanging out, I am absolutely able to take this and move forward with, and answer some behind the scenes questions about how things are working here. This is why Echo forces us not to have this happen. And that is going to come eventually in Ultimechs as well. There have been discussions about AP for this sorts of thing. Give him a little grace here for a couple of reasons. One, it's early on the season, people still learning it. But also, I did kind of ping these guys last minute, about 20 minutes before, saying, hey, you guys good if I cast your game? So, a little bit of grace here is fine. Where'd you get the idea to make Ultimechs? I assume you know I'm not the developer of Ultimechs. I just talk about it and play it. I am not at all partnered with Resolution Games. I'm just a caster. I've done Echo Arena stuff. I've done some Marvel Snap stuff, and came over here because the game was fun. Take credit. You're right. I did build this from scratch. No. But yeah, it's fun. I did that, and I've also done a decent amount of work on the broadcast package. So everything you see here, I'm not gonna say it was all me, but we definitely took the existing package. This would be familiar if you've watched any Echo Arena, and we have brought it here to Ultimechs, and little preview, might be seeing something similar coming for Blast On. So get excited for that. We're doing a lot of work to kind of bring everything together as a VRML to kind of make it a nice cohesive experience, make it easy for people to come cast and watch across games. It should be a lot of fun. Feel bad for me. It's just, it's a little sad. little sad. Not that bad. As it looks like party might have come apart, potentially making a new party. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. But down to the last couple minutes here. And besides, the mark of any good caster is being able to talk forever and fill time, because that's it's definitely a learned skill. Some people are a little ready for it, but other times it's very much it's very much a learned skill, I want to say. It's very much a skill that takes a lot of time to get used to. As saying we're ready. I'm ready up as well, so by all means, let's get going in here if we're good to go. I can ready up, and it says I'm still waiting for players, so I can see you all in here. I see Bamo if you want to flip sides, and let's get things going if we can. Would love to get some Ultimechs out here today, if we can. I'm in the party. Yes, I'm in the party. I'm readied up. I can see you all readying up now. Agility and Ducky there on Dusk. Let's get this rolling, if we can. I see one more. I see two. I think we're all readied. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about to see some Ultimechs. Everyone getting in. Good to see it. Make sure we got the sides right. Oh my goodness, guys, it's happening. Round one time. Here we are in the arena. And whoa. And I forgot to open the thing so that I can control the camera. You think I'd have all this time to get it ready? Should be simple enough. And that is not the correct configuration. 1 second while I try and figure this out. There we go. We got a camera. We got some things, and we are underway. Here we go. As here we are, ready to go. And let's see if I can't. Oh, I don't seem to have controls here. Well, we'll see if we can't figure this out. Here we go. We're underway. Might be doing this a little manually. Maybe we'll just leave it on this cam for a bit here. And okay, we can go with this. As here we go, we're underway. Some early pressure coming in from the Epic Vipers. Doing a good job. Only Echo and Bamo putting in some work there. Keeping it in the zone. Ducky missing. Not quite can get that out. Agility on the goal. Playing some defense there. Is going to get it cleared. A nice clear all the way down into that Epic Vipers zone. Ducky backpedaling here now as Epic Vipers look to turn around. Oh, that ultimate coming out here is going to get it sent all the way down, but not able to get past the goalie. Ducky back now, and Agility in the goal, playing some hard defense. Watch out, there come the fists in a dangerous spot. Agility able to clear that one away. But still some pressure from the Epic Vipers here. Just want to make sure I have... That's right, Epic Vipers are blue here today, right? Yeah. We're good here. Epic Vipers, only Echo. Yeah. For some reason, I'm always paranoid about that. Every once in a while, I cast a game and it goes, you know, they get almost all of it together. You know, I get everything set up and then suddenly, oh, things change. Oh, moving forward and bouncing that one back one. Not what they were looking to do there. As MilkyWay getting a pretty decent break there, but not able to kind of follow it up. And they get another clear here, potentially looking for that long one. Ducky looking for the shot. Not going to connect. The Titan Bamo back in the goal, able to keep that one out. Only Echo moving up, looking for the shot. Just mistimes it. Very, very close opportunity. We can see Bamo coming up with that hollow wall, going to try and keep it in the offensive zone as Only Echo pushing up, and Bamo that's coming out in front. Watch out. Agility gets a piece of it, not a lot, and because Agility is running that Viper, meaning not super strong fists, and so coming in here, Bamo really able to kind of dominate that in the power game. Only Echo backing up here, minute 56 on the clock, still waiting for our first goal of the match. Is going to get cleared in, looking for the shot, is curving in. No, Agility able to clear that. Ducky puts him back in dangerous position, and that is in. First points of the game. I think an accidental own bounce off of Agility. But there you have it. First points of the game going to the Epic Vipers, rewarded for that sustained pressure. And now they're back up here again. Ducky can get a good piece of it, getting it up past Only Echo. Bama going in with both fists, is going to miss that one. But Only Echo able to keep it in the zone here, centering it, looking for, oh, they're looking for that 2-pointer, that super goal. Not going to connect, and Agility able to get a run into that face first and get it cleared out. But not able to keep it out as, you know, fists used on the other end. Able to clear it back out, and a chance moving in. Only Echo centering it, not able to connect, and Ducky clearing that one off the line. Still in a dangerous position, though. Watch out, Bamo's got that wall. Only Echo trying to bounce it in front. Won't connect still. Agility moving it in. Only Echo, or sorry, Bamo gonna throw up that wall, keep it into the offensive zone, and maybe just try and keep it there because that's a minute left. That's all they've got to kill at the moment. Agility and Ducky still in that back line, though. They're gonna have to make a push up here at some point, and we're kind of waiting for that to happen here. Only Echo doing a good job of denying that, though. Agility will get the fist on it, get it cleared up to midfield. Not out. We really haven't seen MilkyWay able to get it too far out of the zone as it stands. And as a result, some more scoring opportunities, you know, coming in for Epic Vipers than MilkyWay. As this one is going to get blasted out, sent all the way down. Only Echo, though, is back. And without too much of a follow-up, MilkyWay isn't able to, you know, take that clear and turn it into a chance. Echo going to put a dangerous cross in front here, and Only Echo able to finish it off as the second score of the game will come in for the Epic Vipers, extending that lead to 2-0. Bamo gonna send this one in early off the bat. 12 seconds left on the clock here. Ultimechs games will not end until that ball hits the ground, so keep an eye for that. Only Echo moving in, another shot, and it is starting to click here for the Epic Vipers. Settled down. It looks like it's working fairly well, as they're doing a good job of, like, you know, getting the setups and then, you know, being there to capitalize on the setups. It's doing a good job, and with that, it is gonna wind down the time. 3-0 is the final here in round one. The Epic Vipers taking that first series. Well done to them. Only Echo doing some excellent job in the offensive zone, just to kind of help keep up the pressure here for a lot of that, for a lot of that game, and kind of keeping them on their back feet kind of the whole time. MilkyWay on their side, I mean, they've got some decent defensive play here, but really it's a matter of once they get a piece of it and they get it cleared out, they've got to do a better job of kind of moving up and keeping that pressure up, because really they're giving Epic Vipers a chance to get back on defense and turn it back around. We see, if you kind of watch some of the top level games here, is what top level teams will do is they'll always be right behind the ball. They'll hit it, they'll move up to it, they'll hit it again, they'll move it, they'll hit it up and move it and do that again. It can be very, very hard to turn things around when you're on your back foot on defense, and that's understandable, right? A lot of teams can struggle here with once you're back, how do you turn it back around and get some offense going? And that's something just comes with experience. I know I'm not very good at it myself, at being able to turn this around, to turn things around and get off the back foot, especially because I am a Titan main, and so my fists move much slower than everyone else's fists. And so I am constantly losing those when they're juggling it off the ceiling. It can be real tough. It can be real tough to, sort of get that figured out.
Okay.
So yeah, we are in here kind of waiting to see if they will, we're ready for a ready up as soon as you guys are. Gonna have to coach you Offbeat. Okay, look. Maybe, here's my thing. In theory, I know how the game works, and in theory, I know how to play it. It's more the time and practice that really gets me. There is some fine motor skill stuff that you guys all seem better to do, and maybe it's reaction time as well, another part of it. But yeah, I'm definitely up to it. All right, we're ready here for round 2 as we do enter the arena here, and we'll get things set up here. As we wait for our teams to queue up, we got Ducky and Agility there for MilkyWay. Only Echo and Bammo for the Epic Vipers. Didn't see any demolitions in that last round, so hopefully we see some more carnage, because I'm a big fan of blowing people up. As here we are in the arena, 4 minutes on the clock. There are your players, and here they are out on the arena. The countdown is up, and the ball is live. And MilkyWay first on that. Can they turn this into some pressure, though? Only Echo trying to locate the ball. Some good pressure there at the midfield, though. Some good midfield work and moving in quickly. Oh, looking for some quick points. No! That one's going to bounce just off the post and out. Ducky in the goal, trying to fend this off, but having some trouble here. Is up high and good clear. Able to get a decent angle on that and get it cleared, but watch out, because here comes Only Echo, and Only Echo gonna get some points there.
3, 2.
By some points, of course. We mean 1 point, as we are back, and Epic Vipers do seem to be in control here. They're feeling more and more comfortable as time goes on. In particular, scoring with only 30 seconds off the clock instead of 1 minute. Natural, you're kind of wondering how long they've been playing for. If you're referring to these teams, this is both their first season. Epic Vipers currently 1-3. MilkyWay, this is literally their first game. Close opportunity there. Is gonna get just cleared off the line, and the holo wall coming in to keep that pressure up. Bammo gonna bounce this one back in. Ducky not able to get cleared through that wall. Will cleared off the side, and so good job. Ducky still dangerous position. It's gonna bounce up and around. Still not able to connect. Another opportunity just wide. Only Echo. There it is, and there's the points. 2-0 for the Epic Vipers. Only Echo in the right place, right time to put that one in. Agility going to be first to the ball here as a potential chance here. Best opportunity we've seen so far for MilkyWay. They are going to get it cleared up and across as look at them in the offensive zone getting some pressure on. That is kind of the fun thing about Ultimechs, is it is super easy to get back on defense. With the teleportation, it's a decently simple matter. Oh my goodness, the backpedaling, nearly gonna put that one in the goal. Fortunately, clearing that one off the line. And Agility will burn a fist to kind of blow that one up and set it into the zone. So yeah, don't be afraid to get aggressive in this game, because of course, it is a game where you can afford to be aggressive. There's a couple chances, each player on the Epic Vipers just missing that one, and will be locked out of the goal for the time being there, as we are midway through this second round in the best of 5. Ducky going to clear this one up the side. The holo wall coming in, almost causing some issues, but no, they're able to get it through. And the wall going to keep it in with one. Only Echo trying to get right behind that one. Agility gets a piece of it, but not enough as the dual fists are going to miss. Chance to clear and maybe turn this around is lost there, unfortunately. And back here it comes another time through the crease. Couple close opportunities for Epic Vipers for all the good they've been doing. Keeping that possession up in the zone hasn't been as much as far as, getting points and making the most of those opportunities. But of course, there is them making the most of that opportunity. Gonna put in with the fists. And, we do have a disconnect here, unfortunately, as Agility is going to be out of here, which means Ducky is going to have to finish off this round solo. And it was hard enough to do with 2 players. It's not going to be much better with only the 1. RGJ, keep telling them not to double fist. They keep doing it. It is one thing. I mean, and look, these are new teams. I expect they'll figure it out, especially as we get more games here. And I think a big part of that is the ability to watch how the pro players do it, right? And so you got teams that are here for their first season. They weren't necessarily around for preseason. So, as we get more casts, as we get more eyes on the bigger games, they'll be able to pick up these things. Still a new game. People are learning it, and we'll give them a little bit of grace. Ducky putting in some work on the defense, trying to hold back this 2-player onslaught and moving up here, trying to get it was a good attempt, very good idea. And is nearly rewarded for it. Not quite able to get the connection. The dual fists are coming out here as Ducky tries to keep this up, but will at least keep it out for the most part here, as we're down under 10 seconds. That one's gonna roll wide. Another last chance here. It looks like this will be the last one coming in. There's a hit. No, Ducky will clear that one out. And 4-0 will be the final here. Congratulations again to the Epic Vipers coming in and winning their second round here. Couple stats for you. Only Echo, 9 shots on goal here so far. Bamo just holding 1. But that's really more of a reflection of the playstyle, right? Only Echo is the one in front of the goal. Bamo is the second option back, playing a little more defensively. Ducky and Agility, no shots on their part. They still really haven't had much time in that offensive zone. Part of the reasons, the Epic Vipers have that 2-0 lead. We won't beat that dead horse. As it does look like we're gonna need a second here to get our player back in here, so we'll hang tight. Echo's team has 1 more to win. Yes, it is best of 5 here. So we should be able to find a way to fit that on the screen here somewhere. But I think the eventual plan is to maybe up the score, update. We've still got some ideas for ways to tweak the presentation here. Maybe instead of having just, the 2-0, we can kind of break down who won each round, how many rounds left. So yes, it is looking very likely that we will see it. And we do have all our players back here. Party is back connected. So we will be able to get into potentially final, but definitely for sure the third round here as we set the stage for Epic Vipers to potentially have their first non-forfeit win of the season. So, very, very exciting time for them. 4 minutes on the clock here. We've seen bits of improvement coming out of MilkyWay. So I don't want to count them out here because they have definitely shown some improvements, and the fact that they're making some tweaks to their formula is good and is promising. It means they're willing to learn and improve, and it means they've still got a ways to go before they hit their peak performance. As we are underway here, they're very good at getting the first touches on there. I think they've pretty much consistently gotten that every round here so far. Agility back in the goal, gets a good hit on that, decent amount of power. And Ducky tries to keep it in the zone, not able to. Agility still back in goal. Oh, but misses, unfortunate, and that is gonna cost. Had a chance for the clear, but coming right back the other way with the points. The Epic Vipers gonna get that one in and grab themselves a 1-0 lead here. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. 3:30 remaining on the clock here as moving in, looking to try and set this one up are the Vipers. A couple fists flying in there. Bamo and Only Echo set up on the back line there. You can see that tactic that's been working well for them so far. Generally speaking, Only Echo up in the front line with a Bamo step behind. But Bamo able to keep up some pressure here. Will lose it there eventually as it does get out. And the fist coming from all the way across the arena. Yeah, that one's probably not going to connect. That is a tip that it does take some time to get used to is, you got to get close to it and then take the short range shots. A couple good reasons. One, a lot more likely you're going to hit it. And two, you're going to be able to... best chance coming in. The holo wall coming up just in time, as that was probably the best chance MilkyWay has had here so far. The other point I was going to make is that it takes your fists a lot less time to get back to you. Even if you do miss here, as a nice little play there. I believe that was only Echo. Moves forward into it and gets a good hit with the body, teleporting through that ball. And agility, you got to watch out. Bouncing that up top, will get it on the redirect, so good job. And the holo wall does miss that one, which means potential chance here. Still only a 1-point game, as a good clear coming out here. Is that really what they were looking for, though? Because I think that was actually only Echo who accidentally self-cleared that one. People can upvote, might get cast. Absolutely look at using those hyphos. It is the absolute best way to get a game cast for, when our casters are available. And for those of you who weren't here before, we are bringing on some new casters in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully going to be looking to get, a few more games out there as this season moves forward. Only Echo gets a piece of that, but not as big as Ducky does. Ducky doing a good job moving into that ball. Is going to miss with those fists, unfortunately. And only Echo there to kind of pick it up and move forward ahead. As it is put high into the zone. Agility, good defensive play, but watch out, coming in. There's a chance. It's in a dangerous spot. Agility will get that one cleared. Only Echo, you can see grabbing in there to grab the power up, and will have that. What's the phrase? The official name. The Cursplosion available at only Echo's discretion. And there it is, coming, puts it on goal, and will float it over Agility's head. The closer you explode your fist to the ball, you'll get more power off of it, but sometimes all you need is a good name. Mega Blast. Thank you so much, Cam. Appreciate it. As far as I've been playing this game, I've mainly just been using slang for it rather than the official terms, but trying very, very hard because, casting, official, got to keep it official. Want to be using those official ones wherever possible. Less than a minute left on the clock. 2-0 is the scoreline. Ducky playing defense here. Agility. Pro tip, you see where agility is standing? Not where you want to stand if you're playing defense. Just hitting the ball isn't what you need for it. Isn't what you need. You need to be making sure you're hitting it in a good direction, a direction that takes it away from your goal. What is the slang? Yes, kaboom boom. That's exactly it. A blast, explosion, I don't know. I've never heard like a single concrete term for it in the community. But yeah, anything explosion related, you know what they're talking about. 10 seconds left on the clock here, still 2-0, closest scoreline we have seen here so far. Ho, ho, ho! But why don't we put in a super goal to close it off, the first one of the game? Nice accuracy on that shot. Extend this to 4-0, and 4-0 does look likely to be the final here. Ducky pushing in for the last little bit, but that is going to do it as soon as this hits the ground, and there it is. Round 3 going to go to the Epic Vipers. And hey, look, I know you're all talking in the chat, like, stop using the double fist, but don't worry. That's the great part about these streams. These teams are going to be able to come back. They're going to watch. They're going to learn from it. They're going to improve. And they're going to come back better than ever. No doubt, no doubt. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here for this exciting early evening Ultimechs action. Thank you to our players, MilkyWay and Epic Vipers, for giving us some good, exciting games. Don't forget, very, very important, follow the channel if you have not already. Because we're going to have games coming up and you want to be here for them. You want to be getting the notifications and we want to see you here. Natural, thank you so much for following the channel and for following my instructions. All right. I'll get out of here now. I have been Offbeat. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have some more later. Take care, everyone. Love you all. Season 1 of VRML Ultimechs is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, Downpour Interactive, and VRware.net.